Good morning, my dear. Before we go any further, I want to thank you for being here, for showing up for yourself at this moment. You may not realize how powerful that is, to simply pause, to take a breath before the day begins. So many people open their eyes and immediately feel pulled by expectations, messages, demands, and distractions. But today, we are doing something different. Today, we are creating a space just for you, a soft space, a space of love. Before anything else touches your day, let love touch your heart. When you wake up in the morning, there is a quiet moment, right between sleep and full awareness, where your spirit is open, where your mind hasn't yet picked up the heavy coat of yesterday. That moment is sacred. It is the doorway into a new beginning, but it is so easy to miss. So often we roll over, we reach for the phone, and the outside world rushes in like a wave. The messages, the noise, the to-do list, it all pours in before we've even had a chance to ask ourselves, how am I today? That is what we are reclaiming now, the right to ask ourselves how we feel, the right to be gentle, the right to begin the day with peace. You see, the world will always be waiting. It is not going anywhere. The phone, the notifications, the updates, they can wait. But your inner peace, that is precious. That must be tended to, like a candle in the early morning light. If you don't care for that flame, it can flicker out before the day even begins. So, let's take this time to protect it. You deserve a moment before the world begins to speak, a moment where only love is allowed, a moment where your breath is more important than your inbox, where your heart speaks first. And in that stillness, you'll hear something soft, something kind. That's your inner wisdom. That's the voice of your soul. Each morning offers us a clean slate. You have done nothing wrong. You don't have to earn peace. It is already yours. But you do need to choose it. And choosing peace means beginning the day with intention, not reaction. When you open your eyes, instead of grabbing for the phone, place your hand on your heart. Feel its rhythm. That is life loving you. That is your body saying, we are still here. Whisper to yourself, thank you. Thank your body for resting. Thank your breath for continuing. Thank the day for arriving. This moment of gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing the miracle of now. You are alive. You are breathing. And that is enough to begin with. I know it's tempting to reach for the phone. It's become such a habit for so many. But I want to gently ask you, what are you hoping to find there? Connection, clarity, direction, validation, all of that lives inside you, not inside the screen. You don't need a phone to tell you who you are. You don't need a notification to confirm your worth. You are already enough. You are already whole. The first thing you reach for each morning should not be something outside of yourself. It should be your own truth, your own heart. That is where the real answers are. There is something so powerful about claiming your mornings. It is like standing in front of a blank canvas. Would you let someone else draw the first line? Would you let noise dictate the colors of your day? Or would you rather begin with a gentle stroke, a color that feels just right, a tone of peace and intention? That is what this practice is about. Taking back the brush, choosing the first thought, choosing how you meet the day, rather than letting the day choose how it meets you. And it doesn't need to be complicated. Just a few deep breaths, just one kind thought, just one moment of silence. That can change everything, because the first thing we feed our minds becomes the foundation for everything that follows. And when that first thing is love, real, unconditional, nurturing love, then everything we build on top of it becomes stronger. Let's talk about those first thoughts. They are like seeds. Whatever you plant in the soil of your mind in the morning will grow throughout the day. If you plant stress, you'll see it bloom in traffic, in emails, in interactions. If you plant gratitude, you'll see it in the small joys, in the unexpected kindnesses. If you plant confidence, it will rise in your posture, in your voice, in your choices. So ask yourself, what do I want to plant today? You don't need to know the whole plan, just the first step, just the first seed. And I want you to know this: your thoughts are powerful, but you are more powerful than your thoughts. You can choose them, you can guide them, and morning is the most beautiful time to do that. The mind is still quiet. The world has not yet made its demands. This is your opening. This is your window. Breathe into it. You might say, but I don't feel calm in the morning. I feel anxious. I feel heavy. That's okay too. That's human. You are allowed to feel what you feel, but you don't have to stay there. You can reach for a thought that feels a little better, just a little lighter, a gentle shift. You can say to yourself, today I choose peace. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, the act of saying it begins to shape your inner weather. It's like cracking a window to let in some fresh air. That one thought becomes a breeze, and soon the whole room changes. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are awakening. Each morning is an invitation to return to yourself, to check in, to speak kindly, to offer grace. Before the outside world tries to tell you who you should be, take a moment to remember who you already are: a being of light, a soul with purpose, a heart that deserves care. There is something so sacred about the quiet morning hours. They don't ask anything of you. They simply offer space, space to feel, space to heal, space to just be. And in that space you can affirm, I begin my day with love. I honor my inner world before I enter the outer one. These are not just words, they are pathways. Every time you say them, you create a new trail in your mind, a trail that leads to peace. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for the phone, reach for your heart, reach for your breath, reach for your inner calm. It is always there, waiting for you. And it is in that place that true transformation begins. You do not need to wait for the world to give you permission to rest, to slow down, to choose peace. That permission is already yours. It always has been. And the more you claim it, the more your mornings will become your sanctuary, a place where love speaks first, where your soul leads, and where each day begins not with urgency, but with grace. You may not realize how deeply the simple act of reaching for your phone first thing can affect the way you carry yourself throughout the day. The mind is soft when it wakes, like warm clay. It hasn't yet been molded by the world's opinions, deadlines, or expectations. But when the first thing it receives is noise, pressure, or comparison, that clay begins to harden in ways that don't feel true to your spirit. The phone doesn't just give you information, it gives you a direction, a pace, a mood. And most of the time, that mood is fast, anxious, and scattered. Without even noticing, your breath shortens, your thoughts race, and your heart starts beating just a little faster. All because you let something outside of you set the tone. You deserve better than that. You deserve a morning that begins with peace, not pressure. A morning that speaks to your soul, not just your schedule. When you reach for your phone, you are reaching into 100 different lives, 1,000 different energies, all before you've even grounded yourself on your own. That's too much for one heart to carry before it has even had the chance to feel its own rhythm. You were not made to wake up and run. You were made to wake up and receive, to receive breath, to receive calm, to receive guidance from the part of you that knows exactly what you need today. It is not about blaming the phone. The phone is just a tool, but it's how you use it, and when you use it, that matters. When the first light your eyes see is a screen, instead of sunlight or stillness, you miss a holy moment. That first light should be gentle. It should soothe your eyes, not strain them. It should remind you that the world is unfolding, not demanding. If the first thing you see is someone else's life, someone else's plan, someone else's voice, then when will you hear your own? Let's imagine a new way of beginning, a soft beginning, one that holds you instead of hurries you. It starts with a pause, that's all. A pause before the world enters. In that pause, you become the one who chooses. You take back your power. You become the artist of your day, not just the responder. That is what I want for you. A life that responds from love, not reacts from fear. And now, let me show you something simple, something you can do starting tomorrow. When you wake up, instead of reaching outward, reach inward. Sit up slowly. Place both hands over your heart. Close your eyes. Take one deep, loving breath. Just one. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Feel how your chest rises to meet your hands. That's you, alive, present, enough. Then gently say to yourself, I give myself this morning. I give myself this peace. You don't need a long routine. You don't need perfect practice. You only need a moment that belongs to you. That one breath, that one pause, it is enough to begin with. And from there, you can build a new rhythm, a rhythm that honors your energy, a rhythm that welcomes your day instead of racing into it. The world will still be there when you're ready, but this moment, this one soft, sweet moment before the noise, that's the one that sets you free. Now let me tell you something truly beautiful. There is a mirror inside your heart, and when you look into it each morning with love, it changes the way you see everything. Mirror work is one of the most tender gifts you can give yourself. It may feel strange at first, but that's only because you've been taught to look at yourself with criticism instead of compassion. We're changing that now, one morning at a time. The next time you stand in front of a mirror, look not just at your reflection, but into your eyes. Hold your gaze, not with judgment, but with love. This is not about how you look. This is about seeing who you are. Place your hand gently on your heart and say to yourself, I love you. I really, really love you. Even if your voice trembles, even if your heart feels unsure, keep going. Say it again. I love you. These words begin to open a door inside you, a door that may have been closed for a long time. You may hear resistance in your mind. That's okay. That's just an old voice. You can thank it and let it go. You are not here to fight with yourself. You are here to make peace, and mirror work is how we begin that peace. You can say things like, "Today, I choose peace. I am kind to myself. I am open to joy. I am safe." Let these words wrap around you like a warm blanket. Say them softly, gently, with kindness. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a child or a beloved friend. That's how healing begins. And if you don't have a mirror nearby, that's okay too. You can still place your hands on your heart and speak these words into your spirit. Your body hears you. Your cells respond to kindness. Your breath becomes deeper. Your heart feels lighter. You begin to trust yourself again. And this trust becomes the foundation for everything else. When you speak love to yourself first thing in the morning, it's like watering a plant before the sun rises. You are preparing it to bloom. You are saying, "You matter. You are worthy. You are seen." Let's continue to build this sacred morning. The next step is so simple and yet so powerful: gratitude. Before anything else enters your day, let gratitude lead. Before you open the door, before you turn on the lights, before you take that first sip of tea or coffee, say thank you. Just those two words, thank you. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for this new beginning. You don't need a long list. You don't need fancy words. You only need a moment of real, quiet thanks. Gratitude is not just about what's going well. It's about choosing to see goodness where you are, even in the waiting, even in the healing, even in the not yet. When you say thank you, you are opening the door to receive more love, more joy, more clarity. Gratitude turns the ordinary into sacred. The morning light becomes softer, the breath becomes deeper, the heart becomes more open, and it all begins with those two words, thank you. Try this tomorrow. Before you even rise, place your hands together in front of your heart. Whisper thank you into the space around you. Let your heart hear it. Let your cells feel it. And then, if you like, write down just one thing you're thankful for. Just one. It could be the roof above your head, the quiet in the room, the fact that you woke up. Gratitude doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for presence. And every time you say thank you, you are reminding yourself that life is a gift, even when it's messy, even when it's hard. And as you continue with your day, carry that thank you with you. Let it guide your words. Let it soften your tone. Let it slow your steps. Gratitude is not something you do, it's something you become. And when it leads to your morning, the rest of the day will follow in kindness. Gratitude first, phone later. Peace first, noise later. Love first, always. That is how we create a life that feels like home. One morning at a time, one breath at a time, one thank you at a time. Your body, your heart, and your spirit carry so much. They are always doing their best to support you. So in the morning, before you begin moving into the day, offer your nervous system a moment of calm, a gentle pause, a soothing breath. This is not about doing something extra or complicated. It is about giving yourself permission to feel safe in your own skin. Place one hand on your heart, and if you like, the other on your belly. Breathe in through your nose slowly and breathe out even slower through your mouth. Feel how your body begins to soften. You are telling yourself, it's okay now. I am here. I am safe. The world can feel fast and heavy, but you don't have to carry it all at once. You can move gently. You can begin slowly. This breath, this stillness, it is a gift. It is a way to care for the part of you that gets overwhelmed. And when you do this each morning, your body begins to learn that the day doesn't have to be stressful. It can be soft. It can be kind. It can meet you where you are. Sometimes we've been holding tension for so long, we don't even realize it's there. The shoulders sit high, the jaw clenches, the chest feels tight. But with just a few breaths, the body begins to release. The nervous system responds to love. When you care for your body first thing in the morning, you are sending a message. I value myself. I care about how I feel. And that message changes everything. There is no need to fix anything right away. You don't need to solve your whole life in the first hour of the day. You just need to create a space where your body feels held, where your breath can flow, where your spirit can whisper, I'm okay. This is how healing begins, not with effort, but with presence. So let your morning be a moment of presence. Even 5 quiet breaths can make the rest of the day feel more grounded. You deserve that ease. You deserve that softness. Now let's bring in some gentle, loving words, affirmations that can guide your energy through the day ahead. These are not magic spells. They are reminders of who you truly are. When you say an affirmation, you are planting a seed in your mind. With repetition and love, it begins to grow. So speak to them softly. Let them rise from your heart, not just your lips. Say, I greet this new day with peace in my heart. Let the words sink in. Say, I release the need to rush. I trust in divine timing. And my time and energy are sacred. These are not things you have to earn. They are truths you get to claim. If you feel doubt, it's okay. Affirmations are not about pretending. They are about choosing a new direction. Each time you say something loving to yourself, you are building a new path in the mind, one that leads toward ease, not struggle, toward self-trust, not fear. Use your affirmations like a gentle light in the morning. You don't need to see the whole road, just enough to take the next step. Maybe you write them down in a journal. Maybe you say them aloud in the mirror. Maybe you whisper them in the quiet of your heart. However you do it, let it be an act of love, not a chore, not something to perfect, but something to enjoy, something to feel. You deserve to hear kind words, especially from yourself. Affirmations are one of the most powerful ways to start the day with clarity. They shift your focus from lack to abundance, from fear to trust, from confusion to alignment. And as you move through your day, these words will return to you. In moments of stress, you will remember, I choose peace. In moments of doubt, you will recall, I am supported. These truths live within you. Let them rise. And now we come to something so special, setting your intention for the day. This is where everything comes together. The breath, the presence, the gratitude, the affirmations. They all lead to this one quiet moment of choosing. Before you move into the noise of the world, you gently declare how you wish to feel, how you wish to live, how you wish to move through your day, not as a demand, not as a task, but as a sacred choice. Place your hands over your heart again, close your eyes if you like, and softly say, today I choose ease, or maybe, today I choose joy, or even, Today, I choose to listen to myself. There is no right or wrong intention, only what feels kind and real in this moment. Let it come from the heart. Let it be simple. Let it guide your steps, your tone, your energy. This intention is your anchor. When the world feels loud, you can return to it. When you feel lost, you can remember it. It is a gentle reminder that you are not just reacting to life, you are co-creating it. You are choosing how to show up. And when you choose from love, from softness, from trust, the universe responds in kind. Your intention becomes your inner compass. It brings you back home to yourself. This is not about being perfect. Some days, the intention may feel far away. That's okay. Just return to it, gently, like a friend who never left. Let it be the melody that plays softly in the background of your day, not a command, a comfort. And so now, as we gently bring this morning practice to a close, I want to remind you of something very important. You are doing beautifully. You are showing up for yourself. You are learning how to care for the most sacred parts of your being, not by doing more, but by doing less with more love. Your mornings belong to you, not your phone, not the world, you. Your peace matters, your breath matters, your heart matters. Every day is a new beginning, a chance to start fresh, a chance to choose love again, a chance to listen to your spirit before listening to the noise. The more you do this, the more you will feel the difference. The day becomes softer, you move slower, you hear yourself more clearly, you speak more gently, you live more fully, and it all begins with a choice, a simple, loving choice to meet the morning with intention instead of habit. So tomorrow, when you wake, don't rush, don't reach, just be, breathe, listen, speak kindly to yourself. Let your spirit rise before your phone lights up. Let love speak first, and trust that everything you need will unfold from there. Because when you begin with love, life rises up to meet you in love, and that is how miracles begin. Say with me softly, today I begin with love. Today I choose peace. Today I remember who I am.